Hey everyone, happy Monday and welcome back to Catalyst Gaming News, where we break down the latest trending topics in the gaming industry so you don't have to. I'm CryptoHotto, and today we're going to be looking into Marathon. What is the community's response? What does the game look like? And what are my personal thoughts? You guys are about to find out right now, so stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's get into it. Now, for those who don't know what Marathon is, it is a extraction shooter, so think of games like Tarkov. When it comes to this genre, it is not particularly loved because there's a lot of friction in the game. However, that friction is what makes the game great and beautiful, and you can take a look here at the clip here from Shroud as he explains that exact thing.
Whether you're a AAA dev or an indie or whatever, you try to come into an extraction game and you try to make it and you try to remove the friction. There's a lot of friction in a game like Tarkov. There's a lot of like complexity and things that might not want you to open up the game ever. So it's weird. You come in, you're a new dev or a AAA dev, whatever, and you want to remove the friction, great. You remove the friction, the game is smooth, the game's easy to play, anyone could just click play and just be right in it, but they only play for a couple weeks or a month, and then they're like, well, there's nothing left to learn. Well, yeah, that's because you just removed all the friction. All the friction's gone.
So now that we have a bit of context as to what this kind of game is and who it's kind of for, let's dive into the community's response to Marathon. And mind you, it's been a mixed bag of reviews here. We have a post here from Evan, who is a YouTuber, saying, I feel like the room is very split on Marathon reveal. What do you think? Need answers for video. So I put the helmets in this game are so fire. We have another post here from Matic that says Marathon and Borderlands 4 will have the same release date. Why? And it is in fact true that Borderlands and Marathon are coming out on the same day, and I don't know why Marathon decided to release the game on the same day with Borderlands. Maybe they think Borderlands is trash. I don't know. Some people in Catalyst might take offense to that. We have a post here from Dreamwalker saying, imagine this, but a single player game, good old story campaign with cutting edge graphics that help realize the vision. Maybe even a co-op mode, but no live service. What a waste of IP and world building. Kind of a weird take, but I kind of see where they're coming from because the narrative they're trying to build is kind of a story-based narrative, and the gameplay is based off of an extraction shooter. So it is kind of mixed messaging when it comes to what type of gameplay experience you're going to have. He does have a follow-up tweet here that says, the more I learn, the worse it gets. SkillUp says there's no story written yet for Marathon. To be honest, even in the CGI, what's the main plot? Key characters, just some vague lore by the narrator, and audio log. So as you guys see, there is no story mode in this game, which is kind of a bummer for me because if you look at the actual trailer that they put out, it looks awesome. It looks like it could have been really cool to have like a story around this. So maybe the developers will think about making some kind of story mode or something. It's oftentimes that games have an initial release, which is like the baseline game, and then they'll make something else. You drop a cinematic trailer to explain the world that is Marathon, and you don't let us explore it with a story mode. Kind of odd if you ask me. I have another post here from G-Man Lives saying, it's genuinely astounding how much time and effort has clearly gone into something like this, only to make it look incredibly so boring and forgettable. Ouch. We got a post here from our boy Siege. If you think Marathon looks like Concord, you should go touch grass. Well, how's that? Is that enough grass for you? Well, the character models do kind of resemble the art style of Concord, but I don't think the game looks like Concord. So I think the distinction here is people think the art style, the graphics look like the DEI Concord, but overall consensus, people like the art style. I'm seeing more tweets talk about the art style being praised because it's like the Death Love Robots guy that made the art style of this game. So this game does have a very interesting art style to it, and I do think it's like an acquired taste. So you either hate it or you love it. And so this opinion is kind of interesting, but Armor Joy says, still not sold on making Marathon into an extraction shooter, but Alberto Mielego, I didn't say that right, makes some of the coolest looking animation I've ever seen. It just oozes style. And again, I said this before, it's an acquired taste. You either hate it or you love it. You guys might be sensing a theme here. There's a lot of hate towards the game's look. Marathon looks generic, overpriced, and 3 maps. Our company's trying to go bankrupt these days. Back in the day when gaming was, in my opinion, the golden age of gaming, or you could call it the peak of gaming, we got full-fledged experiences from day fucking one. Nowadays, games come out in a broken state, and what I mean by that is there's always that day one patch for Call of Duty. There's always day one patches for games, and there's sometimes games that just break when they come out, and they have to patch it, and that just takes a lot of time and money and effort, and you know, gamers are just tired of it, right? Gamers are tired of seeing these games that come out that are super hyped, and when they finally go get the game, put it into their console or download it on PC, it's a shell of what we saw at E3. It's a shell of what we saw in the trailer. And Marathon has a little bit of this as well. If you compare the initial launch trailer to what we got just now, which is alpha footage, by the way, the initial launch trailer looks way better in terms of visual fidelity, in terms of the coloring of the game, and it really looked intriguing. And this game kind of looks like not inspired at all. It just looks like they're just trying to make a game and be relevant. Let me know what you guys think Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We have another lovely post hating on the art. By the way, this guy's name is Look at My Meat, so that should tell you all you need to know about this individual. But riveting art style Marathon has going for it. And I'm gonna be honest, it don't look that bad, bro. It don't look bad at all. Are we looking at the same thing here? To be frank, this is like Mirror's Edge on steroids when it comes to like the colors, right? And maybe you don't like that. Maybe the game's not for you. I don't know. But I'm gonna be picking it up day one and playing it. The punches keep coming for the art. I don't know what to tell you guys. There's no way. This is like the gaming civil war. If pronouns design Cortana, Marathon won't survive a month. The concord correlations are justified. Hey. That comment's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're gonna pivot a little bit and talk about the game itself and what people are talking about game feature wise. Here's a sneak peek into Thief. This is one of the characters you can play, Thief, and I'm gonna be honest, she creeps me the hell out. I don't like these character models at all, dude. But the good part is we can't see them because we're FPSing. Well, you can see them when you shoot them, I guess, but whatever. Actually, it would make me more motivated to kill them because they freak me out. And by the way, the freaking out of this game is what attracted me in the first place. I gotta be honest, this game looks like a cheap version of Death Stranding without the story mode. The creepiness of it makes me want to go inside the game and destroy everything. Just like in Death Stranding, the creepiness of that game makes me want to like survive, basically. So when I say I don't like the character model, it doesn't make me turn off the game. It just makes me want to kill the characters in the game. Does that make sense? According to Marathon Intel, Marathon has fall damage. So all you motherfuckers out there saying it's Apex, you're wrong. Apex doesn't have fall damage, and Apex is better for that. Marathon Bulletin says Marathon won't use traditional skill-based matchmaking, will match players by runner level instead. They go on to say, quote, there is not going to be a skill-based matchmaking based on a skill. Holy shit. What a fucking sentence that was. But there is going to be matchmaking based on your runner level, which is an aggregate of how much time you put into the game, how much experience points you put in. So we do want to have some protection for players that are very new versus people who put hours into the game, said Marathon Assistant. And finally but not least, the last bit of intel we have here, Marathon will not have proximity chat because it'd be way too toxic, and no one has a good solution for that, according to the director of the game. And I gotta be honest, that's a big blow for me because I love proximity chat in Warzone. It was probably the only reason why I played Warzone in the first place. I don't really care about being the best Warzone player, but listening to people scream as I killed them was fucking hilarious, and now we can't get any of that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And that is gonna wrap up today's news video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and made it all the way through, please smash that like button. Comment your thoughts down below on Marathon. Is it a mess? Are you hyped? Are you excited? Do you not care? Even if you don't care, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Peace.